Hey guys, it's your girl Linnee and welcome to InnerBeautyOut. I hope you missed that intro because I totally miss you guys. It's been so long since I filmed a video, a tutorial, or just been on YouTube. It's actually been 2 months and I am so sorry for leaving such a gap of time in between filming videos, but I will let you know what's been going on in my life that has allowed me, well, that's kind of led me not to be able to film for these past couple of weeks. But I am back and I hope you guys missed all these videos and I hope to bring more to you guys. But you know, today I got a tutorial for you guys. It's featuring this beautiful nice summer look and it's very coppery and glittery because you know I love my glitter, and I added a nude nice lip that is matte, and I of course let the curls out because it's only natural. You get it? It's only natural. Alright, I'll stop being corny. But for the most part, I really miss you guys. I really have been quite busy with a lot of life things that's been going on. I will give you guys an update. It'll be a whole separate video in terms of an update on what's been going on. But I want you guys to know that I am back and I am going to make it a personal goal to be able to film regularly because I love doing this and I miss you guys, and I have so many new ideas that I want to introduce to this channel, and I don't want to get sidetracked, but it is in good reason that I was away. I'll let you guys know that. Tutorial. Definitely guys, leave your comments below on how you're feeling this look of mine, and definitely give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. This will allow you to know when a new video is out. You'll automatically get an email and you can just click it right then and there versus trying to look for my name every single time that I put out a video. So I make it easier for you guys, right? And it's free. It's totally free to subscribe. You don't have to pay for anything and you just see it. If you don't want to watch it, it's okay, and if you do, yeah. Thank you for all the new subbies that has joined my channel over this 2-month period. Whoa, this 2-month period of just not having any content. You guys have definitely grown with me. I cannot believe that I am over 2,000 subscribers. For some people that's not a lot, but for me it means so very much. You guys are growing with me not only on here but on my social media, on Instagram, and it shows me so much support that you guys are like, it just makes me feel good. Like, I really appreciate you guys. I really love you guys. So thank you for constantly leaving comments. I definitely will get to them, and I thank you for subscribing to my channel. I won't leave you guys high and dry any longer. So if you want to see how I put this look together, without further ado, I will put you on to this video. Without further ado, I'll put you on to this video tutorial. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I've been doing a couple of different things in regards to preparing my face for makeup. Not only will this also prepare my skin, but it'll also help my makeup to last a little bit longer. First, I've been using this hydrating eye cream, which is awesome when it comes to preventing creases and just making sure your under eye area is well hydrated. Then I'm going in with this moisturizer. Yes, oily girls should still wear moisturizer, and this Bobbi Brown moisturizer is everything. Not only does it give you a smooth base to work with, but it also keeps a mattified look throughout your makeup application. So next, you always know that I go in with my holy grail, which is the Urban Decay De-Slick Spray, and I spray that on before and during as well as after my makeup application. And I'm going in with this Prep and Prime primer all over my face just to be able to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Now I'm putting the bases on my eye, and this is by Urban Decay, and this is their primer potion to be able to keep my eyeshadow on all day. Now, to keep my nose from being a frying pan at the end of the day, I'm using the Step 1 Mattifying Primer by Makeup Forever just on my nose and making sure that I have enough product on there. I'm also applying the Smoothing Primer by Tarte just to be able to fill in my pores because I do have some large pores, and it does help with smoothing out in my makeup application. Now, as far as grooming my brows, I went ahead and brushed up my brows using the Sonia Kashuk spoolie, and I'm also using spiked pencil just to be able to fill in the brows in a more natural way. So I'm not going in with a gel like I normally do, just kind of filling it in with the pencil brush with short strokes. Well, not a pencil brush, but a pencil in short strokes. So although this portion of the video is sped up, I do take my time in terms of filling in my brows. I try to follow the natural shape of my brows, careful not to overdraw them.
And it's okay to make some mistakes as you do it because you can always clean it up with concealer. Now, while you're doing it, it's important also to brush in with your spoolie. As you can see, the difference between the one eye that's done and the eyebrow that isn't, is that it helps it give a more natural finish. So as you brush the hairs along, it spreads the product throughout the hair. Now, this is how I normally clean up my brows. I use a flat definer brush, and I just go in with a concealer that's a little lighter than my shade just to make it have a more haloed, highlighted effect, and then just go around the shape of the brow and clean it up that way. Then I get a brush, another dense type brush, and I just kind of spread the product around, careful not to disturb the shape that I've already created, but also just to make sure that there's an even distribution of product around the brow. That's what cleans it up. Now, my brows are naturally dark, so I wanted to lighten them up just a little bit to match the color of my hair somewhat. Now, I know it's not this inexact match, of course, but it helps by being a little bit lightened, so I'm using that brow gel by MAC. Now I'm using Laying Low Paint Pot by MAC, and this is again to be able to have my eyeshadow last long and just to have one shade to build colors from. And I'm setting that base with Laura Mercier's translucent powder because it just helps for a better blending application when it comes to the eyeshadows. Now the first shadow that I'm using on my brow bone just to highlight underneath that brow bone basically is Pink Moscato, and this is by Morphe. I love this shadow. It is a staple in my kit and personally, and it just gives the right highlight for us color girls. Now I'm going in with this very burnt orange eyeshadow by Makeup Forever, and it is M738, and I'm just putting this right in my crease. This is going to be my transition color, and I'm just making sure that it's nicely blended out because it is a loud color. I more so meant that it is really pigmented. Now to further define the outer portion of my eyes, I am going in with another Makeup Forever shade, which is more of a burgundy rich tone color, and it is M846, and I'm just putting that in the outer corner. And for the actual lip color, I am going with yet another Makeup Forever color, and this is in the shade 736, and it is a coppery colored. It's very satiny, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just kind of carving out the shape of my lids there, just cleaning up and making like a sharp line, almost like a cut crease, so to speak. But that is not the end of it. I'm going back in with a more brownish shade, and it has some red undertones, but this is only just for the outer portion of the eyes and just to kind of define the crease a little bit. And it is M608, another Makeup Forever matte shade. And so those are the colors that I'm using right now on the eye just to define it and kind of define the shape basically. Alright guys, if you guys are in search of a black liner to add to your arsenal kit, this is it. Like, I have found the one. And basically this is by Makeup Forever. It is their black ink liner, and it is absolutely the best liner I've ever used, like ever. I love this because of the fact that it is absolutely matte, it's black, and the fact that it dries absolutely quickly. It does not run, and I just love the felt tip because it allows for such nice precision in creating a really sharp wing. So I wasn't sure if I was going to add glitter to this look until I was done with my liner, and I was like, this needs a little something extra, and I actually went for another Makeup Forever product, which is their glitters in the shade number 3. It has copper reflex, but it looks white. It's absolutely beautiful, and I can't believe how many Makeup Forever products I'm using in this video, but it is turning out to be that kind of a video. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and color correct, and I'm using my favorite color corrector, which is absolutely affordable. It's less than $3 at your local beauty supply or drugstore, and this is the LA Girl in the shade Orange. I'm also using my favorite summer foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation, and it's in the shades 111 and 112. Last summer, I used 112, which was a little bit darker for me, but I realized once I combine these two, I'm getting the perfect shade that matches my skin complexion, so it's not making me darker. I don't look like I have a tan already. It just works beautifully. And right now, if you are in the New Jersey area and you have a local CVS, there is a buy one get one 50% off on this, and so go ahead and cop you both of those shades if you're around my complexion. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend those out with a beauty blender. It is damp, and just making sure that I cover every portion of my face, and just, you know, taking my time so that it looks airbrushed and nothing is peeking through underneath my foundation. Next, we're going to contour this face, and I'm using my favorite product, which is by Black Opal, their True Color Foundation Stick, and this is in the shade Suede Mocha, and I'm just going in all the areas that I want to slim down, which is my nose, my cheekbones, and just adding a little bit of color around the perimeters of my face because this gives me more of a tanned look, and I absolutely love that. So I look actually bronzed throughout the whole year since I've learned this method. So I'm going in with my damp beauty blender, and I'm making sure to tap all that into the skin and blending it out as I go along, just for a more airbrush look. Yet again, we don't want any lines to be absolutely defined in terms of showing where it starts and ends. It's supposed to kind of look like it is effortless. Of course, when you want a chiseled cheekbone, that's just like, I mean, obviously, it just, you gotta make it look like that, but whatever. As far as my concealer, I'm actually going in with these Urban Decay concealers. They are part of the Naked Skin line, and they are absolutely amazing. I love them because they're so light. I first used the shade Dark, and that was basically to make sure I neutralize where I had placed my orange color corrector underneath the eyes. And then for my actual highlight effect, I went in with Medium Dark, which is a warm shade, and it's actually pretty light for my complexion, but it gave me the nice highlight without being overly dramatic, and I love it because, like I said, it is very light, it's not cakey, and it doesn't crease on me. So I'm absolutely loving these two concealers at this time, and if you're looking for something that is lightweight, I would suggest these for real. Next, I'm going in to set my face, and what I've been doing lately is actually mixing Laura Mercier as well as my Sacha Buttercup powder, because the Laura Mercier is still white. It is translucent, but I want to give myself more of that yellow color undertone, so I mixed the Sacha Buttercup translucent powder with that as well. And I'm using my Delium 2's not 7-4 brush, and I love this tapered blending brush. It reminds me of my Sigma tapered blending brush, and I just pretty much go over my entire face with the translucent powder before I actually go in with my actual pressed powders. So I like to use personally foundation powders to set my face and bring back color because I love that full coverage look. That's just my personal preference. And what I've been enjoying right now that I've been trying out is the Makeup Forever Pro Finish powders. And the first one that I actually went in with underneath my eyes using a disposable sponge is the shade 168. And then I go in on the outer perimeters of my face with the shade 177. And I absolutely love the finish of these. You can use these wet and you can use these dry. As you use them wet or dry, you know, as I use them dry, it's more pigmented, but I like that matte finish, so I don't really want to use them wet. I haven't tried it wet, so I actually like it the way that it is right now. But I'm basically going over all the liquids that I've basically placed on my face and setting it pretty much with these powders. So all the areas that I contoured, I'm going with a darker shade. All the areas that I highlighted, I'm going with a lighter shade. So I'm taking my time. Instead of actually going in with another shade for my nose, I wanted it to look as naturally contoured as possible. So I just used the darker shade to go down the my nose and just basically contour it with that sponge. And then I go over my entire face with the darker shade just to kind of blend everything out. Now, to mimic the look that I did on the top of my eyes, what I've gone in is used the 3 shades of colors that I used before outside of the deeper brown shade, and just kind of went through that in my eyes and just basically mimic that for a nice pulled together look. I'm using a BH Cosmetics number 12 pencil brush, and I'm also highlighting the inner corners of my eyes with the same highlight shade that I use for my brow bone, which is Pink Moscato. I love it to just open up and brighten the eyes, and it just gives it that finished appeal or that finished look. Then I'm going on with my favorite mascara, and this is by Jordana. It is the Best Extreme or Best Lash Extreme, and that is in the shade Black. And then I'm going to go back in with this beautiful NYX pencil that I thought worked absolutely gorgeous in my waterline, and it is in the shade Sparkle Nude number 625. It has some sparkle reflex. It did not irritate my eye but I absolutely loved how it came out. Then there's my favorite blush of all time by La Femme Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Russet, and I just kind of warmed up my cheekbones with that. And my new added highlighter to the family, you can never have enough highlighters, is Bronze Glow by Bobbi Brown. And I love this. I've been using it a lot more, or reaching for a lot more than I've been using my Anastasia highlighters and my Becca highlighter. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the glow and the finish is, I just can't stop looking at myself in the mirror because it looks like it melts into the skin. So as far as my contour for the area, I really wanted to go for a high glam since the eyes are really like out there. So I went for the Inglot AMC pressed powder in the shade 68. I love that it's a reddish brown tone, and so that's what I contoured just my cheekbones with and nothing else. As far as the lips, I'm going in with Night Moth by MAC, and I'm just lining my lips with that. And then I'm going to go back in with a new shade of mine that I've tried, that I've recently tried, and this is Spice Pencil. And I really didn't think it was going to really show up on my skin complexion, but it actually did, and it was a nice nudie pink shade for my lips, and so that's what I fill the inner portion of my lips with. I personally like to line the lips first and then kind of blend it out and let that kind of melt in with the warmth of your skin. I find that it just it does the work for you, so you don't have to do too much in terms of like constantly blending. So I'm doing that and just kind of creating my ombre effect that way. So, and I love doing ombre lips. So I go with the darker shade on the outer perimeters of my lips, and then I put the lighter shade in the center, and that just gives a beautiful finish. And it's a very natural lip color. It looks like your lips, but better. And so for the inner portion of the lip, I'm using a NYX Lingerie lip color in the shade Push Up. It is like a plush pink, and it's actually a little bit brighter than what it looks like in the actual packaging. But I love using this because I love the formula. The formula of this is not something that appealed to me initially, but it actually grew on me over time. It feels like nothing is on your lips, basically. But initially, I did not like the scent. I really did not like the scent, and I think I was more biased towards the Jordana lip creams, but I love this. So this is how the finished look came to be. I'm setting my face with the De-Slick yet again, just making sure I'm locking that look in place. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Definitely give me a thumbs up. And when you subscribe, you just are in the know of when the next video is up. And I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye.